Good evening, and welcome to the Civil Nerd Election Watch 2022. Tonight is the night. Elections all across the country are going down, and we are live, covering them, playing fun games, and providing our insights. And of course, I won't be doing this alone. In just a few moments, I'll be joined by several guests, all of which are students, and all of which are my friends. In short, we are all a bunch of teenagers ready to watch American history go down. Tonight is a very contentious election. Not only are several gubernatorial races going down across the country, but the balance of power in Congress is at stake, in both chambers of Congress. Several important races will occur tonight, so I hope you all are just as excited as I am as we go into this historic night. I would now like to introduce some friends of mine and my fellow pundits. Please first welcome, please introduce you. Please welcome Kat.
Yeah! It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir. So glad to have you. Now, please welcome another good friend of mine, Nico Cake.
Hello.
Hello, Nico.
Hello.
Right, and finally, please welcome another good friend of mine, another fellow student, Dusty.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. I see we're already having fun here. Yeah, so this is going to be professional. We are breaking down. This is a very serious night. We are very serious people, as you can definitely tell. But yeah, we are here to have fun and watch history go down. So, I guess we can start by looking over what our expectations for tonight are. So, let's go section by section. So first, let's start with gubernatorial races. So this is going to be going down tonight. What are y'all expecting from gubernatorial races? Which races do y'all have your eyes on? And what do you think we should expect from governor's races all over the country? Let's start with Kat.
Well, governor races, I spent a lot of time in my life in Minnesota, so I am obviously going to be looking at Minnesota most importantly, as well as Texas, two states that, well, again, are going to be my personal biases. However, I think that Texas should be looked at very closely because there is a good chance that Abbott wins, but we've seen neighborhood after neighborhood after neighborhood of suburbanites basically shifting from Trump 2020 signs only to Beto 2022 signs only. So that's going to be really interesting. I think that's a big one. I also think Kansas is another big election. People disagree a lot on that. I'd also some other ones: Pennsylvania, Nevada, Wisconsin, Georgia. I think Georgia is going to be a lot more or a lot less close than the other ones, but I still think it's going to mean a lot for the future of Georgia politics, just because we've seen so much voter suppression under Governor Pence's term, or Kemp's, sorry, not Pence. And I think that's something that is going to change the fate of potentially the next 10 years for Georgia.
Right, absolutely. That Brian Kemp versus Stacey Abrams race definitely going to be consequential. I say, Nico, you've got your good old Texas hat there. So what are your expectations for some gubernatorial races tonight?
Look, we're gonna have our repeat offenders here tonight, and that's gonna be Pennsylvania, Georgia, Nevada, Wisconsin, Arizona. But we're also gonna see some really weird races that should be going Democratic, but instead they're being really, really competitive, and that's Oregon. Oregon should be a race to watch tonight. Another race to watch is Texas. Now, a lot of people disagree with me on Texas, but it's going to be more competitive than people think. The vote switch, Uvalde, it's all on Texans' minds, and I think that all that combined with the amount of young people going out to vote. I don't know if you saw it, but Texas State had a line wrapped around the building tonight just for students to vote. Like, that's a lot of voters, and that's really good turnout, especially for what was seen 10 years ago. Mitt Romney carried it by more than 10 points in 2012. Now, in 2022, just 10 years later, its governor race is competitive. So I think the two races we should be watching are Oregon and Texas, and also slipped out of my mind here, Georgia. There's Raphael Warnock on the ballot, which is honestly the strong Democratic candidate out of the two with Stacey Abrams and Raphael Warnock. We all know that Stacey Abrams had a close election last time, and right now the polls are predicting that to be much less closer than 2018. However, with Warnock on the ballot, there is a good chance that Stacey Abrams could very much win this election. I'm not saying she will, but she has a chance. And I think for the Democrats at this point, that is really all that matters. So
every Georgia Democrat in that state is just going, so you're saying there's a chance. Anyway.
So Georgia, Texas, and what's it called? Oregon, yeah. Those are the three races we should be watching.
All right, and finally, last but not least, Dusky, what are your thoughts on the gubernatorial races this election cycle?
All right, so pretty much I agree with everyone else, Kat and Nico. All of those races definitely need to watch. But I don't know if any of you guys mentioned Arizona. Arizona governors is something that I'm really going to be watching closely myself, because it's kind of weird how the vote split is working there, because for the most part, Mark Kelly is supposed to do rather well. But surprisingly, a lot of voters might be crossing aisles and going and voting for Kari Lake, which I find really odd, especially considering Kari Lake is a pretty much a known election denier, which I find very peculiar. But yeah, Oregon, Texas, Georgia, and Pennsylvania, and Michigan are definitely some races that I will be personally watching. Out in Kansas as well. Absolutely Kansas. So yeah, those are the...
I was about to say, but Kansas is also a race to watch.
Yeah. There's a lot to watch on the governor's level and the Senate level. So, yeah. I'm not sure where Doug went off to, but...
So, I want to go to North Carolina for a second. I know we're talking about the gubernatorial races, but right now,
strong showing.
CNN is projecting not a winner, but that 100% of the early vote has been counted.
Okay.
So that's that we know that, as we know, Democrats tend to do well with the early vote. So that's pretty bad news for Democrats whenever they're saying, oh, yeah.
Wait, so you're saying in North Carolina they did bad on the early vote?
No.
For Dems?
What I'm saying is that there's still a lot of vote left to be counted, but right now all the early vote is counted.
Okay.
And Dems tend to do well on that early vote, so that might be a bad sign for them.
Yeah. And just one more thing, and I'm going to ask if Kat has anything else to say. But, hello.
Everyone, apologies for my short absence.
Yeah, I was wondering where you went off to.
Yeah, good to see you all. So yeah, Kat, anything else to add?
Not right now. I'll let you take the wheel, Doug. Tell us about your government.
Florida's a shit show. Florida's a shit show. I'm sorry.
Hey, we are neutral PG commentators, sir.
Oh, sorry.
We are.
Ohio results are out. Ohio results have
come in. So yes, hello everyone.
Oh wow.
I'm Civil Nerd. You may know me as Ibby. So essentially, yeah, tonight is the night. So that's what our expectations for of the gubernatorial race. We'll be looking into Senate and House, both chambers of Congress, both at stake tonight. But right now it seems like we have Ohio results. So, Kat, what do you have to say on that front?
Not too much right now, except Democrats are doing very well in the House. There is a good chance that most of the reporting is in cities. Right now, I'm just looking at the House results for because of election coverage. I'm doing it in
just a
another
moment.
thing, but-
I'll have that on everyone's screens.
But yeah, Akron seats, Columbus seats, all doing very well. Youngstown, again, there's a good chance that that's just because it's being reported first. But actually, now that I think about it, Youngstown is going basically where we thought it would. However, again, Democrats doing extremely well in Columbus and Akron, which I don't know if anyone expected.
So, according to the New York Times, Tim Ryan has, with 4% in, by the way, so it's very, very early on, but Tim Ryan is having a good lead right now, 70%, about 70% of the vote. Columbus is coming in. So, yeah, we're basically kind of seeing those early votes come in, and so we'll basically just have to wait and see what's going to happen there.
All right,
Again, not a lot
and
of votes
as the night continues to unfold, I'd like to welcome our two other pundits, our very experienced
Yeah.
please welcome, well, I suppose they'll introduce themselves. Hello, everyone.
Combos.
Hello,
So,
I am
please,
Cosmos, otherwise known as Combos. I'm not known as Combos. This is just a silly little name I put. I am Cosmos. It's great to be here.
Yes,
Silly
sir.
Sally.
Great to have you. And Blacktron, anything of substance to add? I'm joking.
Okay. Oh, I thought you said don't say anything.
No, just anything.
Shut up, Blacktron. Shut up, Blacktron.
Hey,
Yep.
hey,
Justin, how did you get your thing to change? Oh,
How did I
profile?
get my? Yeah, it's a
we are
profile picture.
kind, respectable people here. I'll have you
It
know.
turns out my parents voted all Democrat. So
Oh wow.
Real.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
just for
did
however,
not
we are
vote
neutral
for
political
Jensen.
analysts. Do not forget that.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I
We
was
are-
just gonna say
We are
no,
journalists.
he's just
We are the
happy that my
fourth
parents are
branch of
voting. Okay.
it's just an
We are the
unexpected
fourth
thing.
branch
It's an
of government.
unexpected thing.
Wait,
I
wait
think
a minute. How do you change your profile picture?
You can do it in the edit. There's
Oh, yeah.
Edit
Oh,
audio
I see.
avatar.
I see.
Yeah, just make something funny. Blacktron, your camera is blank. I know. Yeah, I mean, I kind of expected that, but like,
Blacktron, as with most people who don't like having their names on the internet, Blacktron's not particularly keen on having his face on the internet.
well, yeah. I mean, I don't either. So
Right. But regardless, we're going into, so I'll be streaming the results in just a moment. I have some from CNN. I have some from the New York Times. A lot of results coming in. That's a lie.
Okay,
Not a lot of results coming in.
JD Vance just
the-
gained a little vote, and the Cleveland suburbs are also starting to come in, and they're pretty, and so far it's pretty good for Ryan, which is a good sign for the Democrats. This is a
Looking at
race that
Two outside of Cleveland.
they thought they could win, and it might happen, it might not. That's ultimately up to the voters to decide. And if you're able to, and your polls haven't closed yet, you should go vote. It
Yes,
is the
everyone,
best thing
so-
you can do.
Regardless of partisanship, regardless of any circumstances that are happening in this country right now, voting is your best way to exercise your voice. It is the most effective and proven way. This is the people choosing how the government works. This is government for the people, by the people, of the people. As you can see here, I voted. Everyone, I voted. I'm definitely of legal age to do so, and that isn't a secret from my mother. But anyway, yeah. So if still possible, go exercise your right to vote, or don't.
yeah.
That is
Okay,
in a way
so-
exercise your right to vote.
So more of those votes are coming in, and it's in the Ohio Senate, and it's getting much closer. According
As
to
it
the
was
New York
expected to
Times,
be.
Tim Ryan has a 63% lead, while JD Vance has a 37% percentage, I guess. Ryan's still maintaining a lead in those Cleveland suburbs. However, Columbus is a different story. The city of Columbus is very Democratic, according to this map that I'm staring down. But the outer rings of Columbus seem to be trending red. So that might be a problem, but right now, the Tim Ryan campaign wants to make sure that they can get those Cleveland suburbs because ultimately that's what's going to basically make or break his campaign.
Yes, sir. And on that note, we have live results. This is from Google. Google gets this results from the Associated Press. For those of you who are unaware, the Associated Press is essentially the news outlet for news outlets.
It's a wire
they get all their
service.
sourcing and information from. And as we are super professional journalists, we are going to be looking into this map here.
Would you like me to say the races that the New York Times has called so far?
Yes. Apparently some races have been called even so early in the night.
All right. So these are two very safe Republican seats. We can project that, or the New York Times projecting, and I guess we can project that out of the state of South Carolina, Tim Scott, the incumbent, will be in the Senate for another 6 years. This is no surprise out of South Carolina. Next, in Kentucky, we have Rand Paul, the projected winner. He defeats Charles Booker. I got him confused with Cory Booker. They have the same last name.
Cory Booker, a very different.
Rand Paul elected to another 6-year term. Vermont. Somebody won. The Democrat won.
That would be Peter Welch.
Yeah, Peter Welch will be the next senator from Vermont. He will serve a 6-year term, and
if I'm not mistaken, he will be replacing
Patrick Leahy. Yeah.
That is
guy.
very interesting. He was the president pro tempore of the Senate. He's the longest serving senator, and if I'm not mistaken, at this moment he's the oldest senator. So a long-time member of Congress is departing the upper chamber. And there are a lot of results coming in. Anyone have anything else?
I just want to say
the Florida governor, right now, Ron it's 2/3 of the vote in. And Ron DeSantis is leading by 14 points against Democratic challenger Charlie Crist. An important thing to note is that Tampa's county, I don't know the name of that county, but Tampa's county is red. Miami-Dade, which is something that Democrats must win if they want to win anything in Florida, is currently trending red.
Right. If you remember, this was honestly, for those who are watching election night in 2020, bless you there, double bless you. So as we were launching election night in 2020, Miami-Dade was essentially Joe Biden's Achilles heel. That lost him the state of Florida, which was a must-win state for the Trump campaign. And unfortunately for the Biden campaign, they weren't able to win. In the live chat, Jeremy Shaw says, good morning, greetings, politic man. Greetings, I am the politic man, apparently. As well. So we have some other states reporting in. Georgia. According to 538, Georgia is the single state that is likely to be the tipping point in this election for the Senate. So it's a very important state. Georgia typically has slow reporting, but what's interesting to me is that with Georgia's runoff rules, which were used in the 2020 election, if neither candidate receives 50% of the vote, as in a majority of the vote, if they only receive a plurality, or just not 50%, the top two candidates will go into a runoff. So how likely do you all think that is to happen with incumbent Raphael Warnock and Republican challenger Herschel Walker?
Very likely.
I cannot believe I'm talking as him as a candidate and not a football running back. Like, it's not bad nor good. It is just very interesting.
If he wins, he will join
Herschel Walker.
he will join his
Also, I want to say
Alabama.
this: North Carolina, almost half of the vote is in that state, about 42%, and
Wow.
Sherry Beasley is currently leading.
Yeah, she
as
is
well as
actually
other
doing,
Democrats in the House, there could actually be
Oh.
some type of Democratic victory in North Carolina, because even in the Republican stronghold of the Asheville district, the 11th district, Democrats are winning by, I believe, a lean margin. That's insane. That is unheard of. But they're also, the thing about that is that also that's only like 66% in. Hello?
Whoa.
Yeah,
what?
so 66% reporting. And North Carolina, the Asheville district, which is solid red, is voting Democratic. That is insane.
Wow.
That's unheard of, unless there are
Whoa.
basically everywhere else is Republican. That is terrible news for Republicans in North Carolina. Sherry Beasley could be on her way to win, because some of these Republican districts are like around halfway done voting and still seeing extremely underwhelming margins.
Yeah.
Right, so we
Yeah, I mean,
um,
like, I
yeah,
feel
go ahead.
like if Sherry Beasley pulls this off, it's going some. I think the Democrats. We saw that, you know, the clouds were kind of, the red clouds were kind of coming in on the Democrats' parade, but maybe just a little bleak of sunlight is coming out if Sherry Beasley wins this election. A little bit more hope for the Democrats. You know,
Yeah.
they've had stumbles upon stumbles with the economy. The
Right.
economy was the
Mhm.
main voter concern, and the Democrats just really haven't been addressing that, especially Joe Biden. Joe Biden hasn't been really doing that much campaigning on the economy, and I
Right.
think that hurt the Democrats.
I
They-
think they're much more focused on social issues, which
Yeah.
we'll see how well that pays off for them tonight. Jeremy Shaw asks, are Senate candidates limited to Republican and Democrat, or is it just that no one votes for third parties? I think we can all agree that it's just because no one votes for third parties.
Yeah.
They're called third parties for a
Okay,
reason.
I will say, if I'm reading into his question correctly, is in Senate candidates are only Democrat or Republican as far as viable chances of winning. There is one particular race in Utah where Evan McMullen is running an independent campaign, and no Democrat is running. So it's just a Republican and an independent. I mean, his chances of victory aren't necessarily great, but it's definitely something to consider.
That is one state in which the options aren't limited to Republican and Democrat. It's still two major candidates and two major plausible outcomes. But I suppose in that particular state, different third parties have a chance, and unaffiliated candidates do have a chance. Great question, man.
All right. So I want to go to the Virginia House race. Virginia
House race.
Yeah, let me see
Abigail
this.
Spanberger's seat. Is that Virginia 2 or Virginia? No.
I believe. Let's see
New
here.
York Times.
Okay,
I'm not paying for a subscription.
Is
Anyway.
that the seat of Lyria?
Okay, yeah. That is District 7. Okay. So District 7. Abigail Spanberger, who won in 2018, I believe, is currently losing. Is not doing that hot against
Yossi Vega.
Her Republican challenger. And
Yeah, not doing
that
so hot
is
there.
something that might show just how crazy this midterm election is. We're seeing Democrats up by 15 in North Carolina, in the 13th district of North Carolina. We're seeing, and then we see an absolute lopsided 180 spin in Virginia.
Although, okay,
So,
I hate to interrupt you, Nico, but going on your point about Virginia, one thing to really keep in mind about specifically Virginia is Virginia has seemingly trended to the right in the past years. If you remember, 2021 typically
Right, that
doesn't
election last year.
Yeah, Glenn Youngkin, the Republican, actually won the governor's seat in Virginia, a typically reliable blue state. So
But we'd
this
like to-
might. Okay, go ahead, Kat. Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to mention that a big part of that election was social policy, like especially not RCV, CRT, critical race theory,
Right.
being implemented in
Okay,
schools.
the
Basically,
polls
Terry
are about
McAuliffe,
to
the
close
Grant candidate at the time, did not
40
lose.
in
He lost the election. The other guy didn't win. Glenn Youngkin did not win. Terry McAuliffe lost.
Right.
Okay, we are less than
Yeah, well, on
about
Nico.
30 seconds away from the next polls closing, and I think we're gonna have some projections here. So I'm going to be talking very fast. So,
Of course.
so get ready. I'm gonna
Projections
Very
like
large
those-
poll closing
you know
right
those
here.
action people? I'm gonna speak like that. It's gonna be very fast. So in just about 10 seconds now, the next polls are gonna come in.
All right.
Right. And just
You
after
don't
that,
mind
I
being
anticipate
Including
Off
Texas,
right
which is
here.
going to be a very
All right.
coveted race for both
Projection.
parties.
We can project that Marco Rubio will defeat Val Demings in the Florida Senate. The incumbent, Marco Rubio, will receive a third term, I believe, in the Florida Senate. In Alabama, Katie Britt will defeat Will Boyd in that race. He will go on to serve a 6-year term in the Senate. The Republican candidate, Katie Britt. James Lankford, Republican, defeats Madison Corn in the Oklahoma Senate race. James Lankford is the winner. And in the Senate special election, Mark Wayne Mullen defeats Kendra Horn in the Oklahoma Senate election. Rand Paul will win in Kentucky against Charles Booker. So, yeah, there's that. And those are all the ones that we have. Okay, Pennsylvania. Too early to call. You don't know who's leading in there
Very
just
big
yet.
races, both governors.
Yes.
Very big race.
Huge race. Too early to call. New Hampshire. Too early to call. I believe Hassan is leading in that race. So, yeah, there you have it, folks.
Okay, Mr. Doug.
breaking
Mr.
news. We have extra analytics. I can switch the screen profile. The setup we have on screen.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have more results.
Wait, Mr. Doug. Before you say that, Mr. Doug, you might want to I noticed when you did the CNN theme, it was a little bit loud. You might want to adjust the volume on that.
Off on that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we have some more projections now.
Proceed.
In Illinois, we can project that Tammy Duckworth will win that seat. And in Maryland, who's Maryland? Forget.
Kristen
forget.
Holland.
Yeah.
Kristen Holland.
Yeah, they're going to
Whoa.
And in
Wow, my
Connecticut, the Democrat will win.
Richard
So,
Richard
there you
Blumenthal.
go.
Richard Blumenthal will defeat Leora Levy in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is
Blumenthal.
one of our one of our.
Governor Kay Ivey will
Everyone!
win that
Just to
seat.
finish.
Yeah.
And
I was just-
defeats Yolanda Flowers.
Oh my goodness.
There you
Okay,
go.
come on.
Okay,
Listen.
Georgia. Stacey Abrams only leads by about 38,000 votes now.
Nico, Kate.
31% in that.
Nico, stop!
Nico, please. I was trying to make a statement. I
Important
was trying to
I
make a
cannot hear.
statement.
I
We're
cannot
not
hear.
scammed.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that Connecticut is one of our correspondents' home state. That being
Yes,
Cosmos.
they have since
That would be
since the
me.
last meeting moved to Connecticut. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And we have 2 Texas correspondents here,
Two
Um,
native-born Texas correspondents.
and then 1 Minnesota correspondent who is definitely not rooting for Scott Jensen. Definitely not.
No.
No, I love
Not
Scott
at all.
Jensen.
Oh no.
And
Super
then
Scott.
there's me, who has no risk in this whatsoever because of Kentucky.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also you're rooting for Tim Ryan. He's a big Tim Ryan.
Oh
guy.
yeah, I am a little bit of a Tim Ryan
Hey,
guy.
hey, we are neutral political analysts here.
Oh come
Oh my God!
on.
Finally, there are results out of Indiana's first district.
Oh
Thank God!
please.
I've been waiting on
Wait.
doing reporting for that for a while.
that
Oh,
So
there's-
it's like very,
Breaking
very
news, Indiana
strongly
first
Democratic.
district.
So good for Gary, Indiana, Democrats. Mervan, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's Mrvan. It's really weird. I'm just gonna call him Mr. Van. Mr. Van is he is winning by like a very solid margin.
Okay, so we're getting a few votes out of Texas so far. Just
Oh,
want to
really?
say that.
Yes. So in the gubernatorial race, Beto O'Rourke, not surprising because these are the urban votes. The
Is he
Beto
doing well
O'Rourke
right
is
now?
coming out swinging with a 15-point lead, which we'll see how far that falls. So, what are y'all's thoughts on the Texas gubernatorial race?
I think. Okay, this. Never mind. Anyway,
True.
so in the Texas governor election, Beto O'Rourke has a very big chance. Like I said, Uvalde and the grid, the winter storm, all this stuff is on people's mind.
Yeah, non-economic issues have like a significant prevalence.
Really a lot of prevalence right now. So I think Beto has done really well with that. And he's also been driving out Republicans to switch from Abbott to Beto. He's been getting that young people vote, and he's really pushing a lot of stuff into those really key races. So I think that it has a good chance of going blue this election. And at this point it's a toss-up, 50-50 for me.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I hate to interrupt, but we have a little bit of breaking news. Votes from Pennsylvania. I don't know if someone's mentioned that.
Mostly
or if mostly Pittsburgh, but some in Philadelphia as well now. John Fetterman has 92% in Philadelphia.
Oh, God.
Unsurprising considering these are urban areas.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Sure.
but still 92%. But it's still early, but that is a very interesting.
It's always so much fun to see these leads that either candidate has like rise and fall. I did the inverse motions with my hands. Apologies. Rise and fall. It's interesting how the statistics change so drastically, so quickly.
This is kind of just a funny little thing, but for a minute there, I mean, people were talking, but I saw in Florida for just like 3 minutes, one county showed the Libertarian winning by 100% of the vote.
That
which I thought was pretty funny.
That was the
That would
independent.
be the
That was
single
independent,
biggest
wasn't
Or the independent,
upset in
sorry.
political history. So screw Truman defeating Dewey in 48. Screw Trump defeating Clinton in 2016. That would be the single biggest upset ever. All right. And in other states, so.
Oh my
on the
God, what's going on in New
notion-
Hampshire?
Oh God, what's going on?
Both House districts are solid Republican right now.
Oh,
How? Wait,
Both have about
how?
2%. Both have 1 to 2% reporting. So I'm guessing it's just a red mirage. But that was surprising to look at.
It
because
has
at
to
one
be.
point It was very, very close. Like both of them within 5%.
And the weird
now
thing
both
is-
of them are red mirages.
and the weird thing is as well is that Chris Sununu is pretty close together against Tom Sherman. I have Chris Sununu as safe Republican, but
Yeah, me
that's
too.
just something interesting to see, seeing how Kat just said how those House races were going. So
Right, so
Yeah.
we'll talk a little bit more about the Senate races, and then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, we're gonna play some games. So we just got information from Oklahoma, and it
Bunch of
seems that
games.
overall on the Senate race standpoint, let's say the three races. What do you all think are the three most consequential races? And if you had to choose now, what are your predictions for those respective races? If I had to say myself, I think for Senate races, I think Wyoming, Montana, and Texas have very close races.
Real.
So proceed, Kat. Go ahead.
Are we giving a serious prediction?
I'll let
Yes.
someone else take this for now.
Yeah. So if I had to go, I think the three most significant Senate races would belong to Georgia, Pennsylvania, and besides that, it's really neck and neck between a bunch of different states.
I would add Nevada to that
Doug,
category.
can you look at what I did
Okay, what did you
in
do?
private chat?
Yes.
Okay. New York Times just called. Oh God, did they call Florida governor?
Whoa. Ron
Right.
DeSantis? Yes, Ron
We can
DeSantis.
project
Yeah,
that
there it
Ron
is.
We can project that Ron
has
DeSantis
Oh.
won.
Many have
the governor
referred to him
election in
as
Florida.
the heir to the Republican Party, as the heir to Donald Trump. In Florida, at least, that may be very much true. He has certainly gained popularity and widespread support and knowledge within the Republican Party.
By the
If
way,
Donald Trump does not run in 2024, it will be interesting to see how Ron DeSantis approaches them.
I just want to say that Ron DeSantis has a safe margin right now. A lot of people were saying this would be a likely margin, which if you don't know, is basically when the candidate wins between 5% to 15%. But right now he's right at that. He's at 15.2. So that's something interesting. And Marco Rubio was also called. We called him earlier.
Interesting.
As well.
Yeah.
Senator Marco Rubio. Most people know him from his 2016 presidential run, but he has been the Florida senator for roughly almost 12 years now, and he has just won his third 6-year term. Not a surprise, however, he is a significant figure nationwide, and that could indicate some things for the future. So, yeah, back to the question at hand. So, 3 Senate races. What do you all think are the 3 most significant Senate races in this election?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, you can go.
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to say, and I know this is really streamlined, and I feel like we're going to hear this from most of our correspondents, but Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Nevada are the 3 that I think are going to decide the balance of power. Absolutely.
I completely agree. I also just want to point out that Sherry Beasley is
Oh my gosh.
a little bit with almost 50% in, 47.
50% in, and she's leading by 11 points. Good
This is
night.
definitely positive news for her.
It is
Lord.
definite.
She's doing much better than I would have thought she
Really,
would do.
this is really, really surprising out of North Carolina right now.
Right, North Carolina, if you
This
ask
is-
me, North Carolina has always been the state that everybody calls it a battleground swing state, and then it always, the Republican candidate always wins. Could this be the election that changes that trend?
Maybe. Let's put it this way: if the trends stay the exact same that they are now, which I mean, who knows? Then yeah, sure.
I'd also like to say North Carolina's 13th district was rated likely Republican by 538. Right now, Democrats are winning 60% in. That seat, Democrats are winning by 14%.
We have 3 pickups for the Republicans in Florida.
In the House.
All right, just a moment. We will once again welcome Blackstone. He was gone for quite a while, but the return is coming.
The return of the Blackstone.
The return. So yeah, it looks like that's the consensus.
So, and by the way, 12% in, and right now Cleveland's county, I forgot the name of it, is leaning red, but all of its other suburbs are trending blue.
Well, it's only
That is
1%
Cincinnati
interesting.
in.
votes
That's not
are
what you
also
It's 1% in.
Cincinnati votes are also coming in as well.
Hello, Blacktron. We see you've donned the mask.
I wear a
No.
mask with a smile
Looks-
for hours at a time.
You know, I'm not, never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to make the
Where
rest
we
of
are,
that.
we are a PG,
No.
politically neutral broadcast here. Anyway, so
I
yeah,
have to put on a
so
huge filter.
looks like that'll be the biggest wave of projections and news we have for a bit. That's after the House. That's after gubernatorial races. But yeah, so it looks like. Do y'all know what time it is?
What time is it?
Time for a politics game.
It's time for a politics game. So this is going to be a competitive game. I presume all of you are willing to participate, and our viewers at home, our remarkable 3 viewers, if you would like to participate at home, you may as well. So hopefully the VOD of this will receive more viewership, but regardless, we're having a fun time. So everybody is up for this game?
I'm up for it.
So,
I am.
are you all familiar with the Pokemon franchise?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
am familiar with the Pokemon franchise.
Are you
Kinda.
all familiar with the game Who's That Pokemon?
Yes.
Oh
No.
Jesus Christ!
So instead of Who's That Pokemon, we will be playing Who's That
Who's that
Politician?
candidate?
Who's that politician? Who's that candidate?
Oh,
So,
who's that politician?
so essentially, what will happen is I will pick a number from 1 to 12. Everyone, so I have picked my number. Everyone go.
Okay.
7.
So let's go down the panel. So Kat, what's your number?
1.
Nico, what's your number?
7.
Dusky, what's your number?
3.
You said that with so much enthusiasm. Combo, what's your number? Cosmos, what's your number?
9.
Black, what's your
9.
number?
4.
All right,
Dumbass.
so it goes to Cosmos. The number was 12.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So yes, you got the closest. So, how it's going to work is I have a handy dandy spreadsheet here, where I'll be counting points. So essentially, what will be going down is we'll all give you a clue, and for 5 points, you'll be you'll say a politician who you believe matches that clue. And we'll go in descending order, so it'll be Cosmos, then Blacktron, then Kat, then Nico, then Dusky. And then in the next round, Blacktron will go first, and the next round, Kat will go first, etc., until we have had 5 rounds, and our winner is crowned. So, let's begin.
God.
So, our first politician in mind. By the way, this can be a contemporary politician or a historical politician.
Oh.
So,
Oh,
It is-
you guys
Gotta
are gonna
make
be
it
so
hard
disappointed
somehow.
in me. I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm
hey,
gonna screw this up so bad. You guys are gonna be so disappointed.
language. All right, so we will begin. So the clues will get like progressively more help. So just know that.
Okay.
So your first clue is 50.
1.
Wow. Thank you.
You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What?
Press into
What
the
am I
chat.
supposed to do with 50?
You know,
Uh-uh.
yes. Hey, we do not condone bullying. We do not condone bullying. Anyway, so yes, Cosmo. So you have no guess.
I have absolutely no guess.
All right. So our next clue goes to Blacktron. Your clue is 50 state visits. So you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Truman.
1. That is incorrect. It is not Truman. So, next. Our next clue goes to Kat for 4 points. Here is
Truman.
your clue.
Oh my god.
Your clue
Truman.
is Eisenhower.
Nixon? Because
As
I know
in-
he did a 50-state.
And that is your correct answer for 4 points. Cat
Damn it! I
Get
would have
the
gotten
win.
it.
For
It was. I
those
was
who
thinking
are
I
either
said
wondering,
Nixon,
Trump.
Reagan, Roosevelt.
the next
Those are my three.
clues were clean water and Watergate.
Clean water and water.
Oh,
Isn't that so
clean
funny?
water.
Anyway, so
Should've said crust.
WL Lenore in the chat says, "Oh my God, I love you, Abraham Obama." If you're referring to me, thank you.
No,
Anyway,
he's talking about Justin.
oh, Justin, Abraham
Abraham-
Obama. Yes.
Wait, no,
which is
Abraham
me.
Obama's
Abraham
It's
Obama.
me, Abraham Obama.
in
I thought that was a compliment for me because he's my friend. But anyway, okay, so Kat, you were first on the board with 4 points. We now go to Blackshun, who is going first. So Blackshun, I will be naming either a contemporary or historical politician, and you must guess who it is. So your first clue is Green
Day.
Green Day.
5,
I know who it is.
3, 2, 1. All right, Kat, your next clue is Democrat.
I was gonna say Ralph Nader, Al Gore, because I know he was also endorsed by the Greens.
That is incorrect.
Poopy.
All right, Nico, it is now your guest. Your next
Oh, he's
clue
muted.
is Congress. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I know who it is.
Oh, Nico is muted. We
Yeah.
will say he has voided.
He just came back.
Oh
Okay,
no! No, Nico.
Nico. All right, we'll let it slide and we'll let you still guess. So your clues so far have been Green, Democrat, and Congress. So you have 5 seconds to guess. 5,
Green Democrat in Congress.
I know who
3.
it
Yes.
is.
What is your guess for who the politician is? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. No answer. Okay. All right. So your next clue goes to Dusky
Dusky.
for the grand total of 3 points.
Oh.
Your clue is squad.
Squat.
Squad.
Squad.
Strong
Oh.
4, 3,
Ilhan Omar.
1. That is incorrect.
Shit.
And finally, for
Sorry.
2
I can't.
points, it goes to Cosmos. No, apologies, for 1 point.
I'm
it
not
goes to
getting
Cosmos.
this.
So
Can I say it
No,
after
final
for 30
vote.
points?
your final clue is New York.
Oh my god.
Dang
Four.
it, I
Oh
was-
my god.
3, 2.
Cosmos.
Can I
One.
get it? Can I just
Look,
say it?
man.
All
Once you
right,
said
Cosmos has
Green
voted
and
his choice.
Congress.
So, Kat, you can say your guess.
It was AOC.
Yes, it was Alexandria Ocasio.
Fuck.
I realized it once you said
my
Green
God.
Democrat
Yeah.
Congress. I thought you were talking about the Green Party, which is why I
Yeah.
said Al Gore.
WL
And then you said Congress, and I was like,
got
oh!
it right in
That's
the chat. All right, so nobody gets any points for that round. Shame on all of you.
No, not me. You said Green
Yeah.
and Democrat. What was I meant to think?
Okay,
Green-
can we
Green
do a little
Democrats.
key
What is
race
it?
alert out of North Carolina right now?
Interesting.
quick one?
So we'll
Okay.
continue our game after. So far, Kat has 4 points and is in the lead.
Okay. The quick key race alert is that there is 52% of the vote in, and Sherry Beasley is still leading. Her
Wow.
her race has narrowed a lot. She's only up by 8 now, but that's still a huge amount.
Yeah, that's still
Especially
a lot of
when
room.
there's
Also,
half the vote in.
Massachusetts 9th district, which like every single district in Massachusetts is usually very solidly blue. It's voting like Republican. Okay, it's not even. It's like a couple hundred. It's not even no. It's barely 1,000 votes. Sorry, but it's still Republican plus 15, which I think is pretty funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
We
I think that's pretty
and
real.
yeah, that pretty much is
Really
it.
interesting. to North Carolina.
One thing about the Texas governor race right now is O'Rourke does not have Tarrant County, which is
Needed.
not
Interesting.
very good. And also, Warnock is up by 10, but Stacey Abrams is only up by 2 now.
Wow.
So
that
yes,
could
so
be
it
interesting
seems
as well.
like the governor's race is much more competitive than the Senate race.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. From the way things were going, it seems like it would be the other way around.
Yeah.
All right, so I suppose with that done, we can continue. Who's that politician? All right, are y'all ready?
Okay.
As
Kat,
I'll ever be.
this question goes to you.
Me?
Yes. Because it goes in order. Cosmos got the closest to my number, which was 12. So it goes Cosmos, Blackstren, and then it goes back up to the top.
Oh, okay.
So yes, Kat is so far in the lead. Nobody got the one for the AOC question. But yes, Kat, you are currently the leader. Will you be able to maintain that lead? Let's find out. So, for 5 points, Kat, your clue, and you have to guess a contemporary or historical politician. And yes, this is American. All right, an American politician.
This is America.
Yeah, this is America.
Flipping up.
All right, so, your clue is civil.
Abe Lincoln?
Incorrect. Good guess though. So for 5 points, he does not get it. So our next thing goes to Nico Cake.
Okay.
Nico, your clue for 4 points is war.
Oh my God. John C. Breckinridge.
Incorrect. Another good
Oh.
guess though.
Oh.
So next it goes to Dusky. This is
Yeah?
up to you. Your next clue is Ku Klux Klan.
Oh.
Andrew Johnson.
Wait,
No,
no,
you're
no,
not
no.
allowed to guess, Nico.
Okay.
Oh.
You've broken the rules.
Okay, wait. Jefferson Davis.
That is incorrect. You
Damn
failed that
it.
point. So, next for 2 points, Cosmos. Your next clue is cabinet. What the frick are you searching up?
What?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. You fail.
Jefferson Davis is a good guess.
All
I'm
right.
telling you.
It was.
Yes. So,
Yeah,
finally,
I'll give you
your
that.
final point, Blackstren, your final clue is general.
Oh, wait.
Ulysses S.
what?
Grant.
You're not supposed to say anything, Nico. You're not supposed to say your guesses.
Jesus,
What?
Nico.
I wasn't able to stay.
3, 2.
Ulysses S. Grant.
I literally didn't get any points for that. I said it at the very end when everyone stopped guessing.
No, Cat got to steal the first one.
No,
He didn't get to steal. He
went to
just
me.
didn't
It
get
went to
points.
me.
Blackstren
went to
already
me.
didn't say it. Okay, so yes,
Oh,
Blackstren,
okay.
you have failed to say the thing, and yes, it is Ulysses S. Grant. However, Nico, you're not allowed to steal. I didn't give Cat points for stealing.
No
Yeah.
point.
So
No
again,
point.
W. Eleanor knew who it was. So congrats. So after saying it's not Grant, Communist Kool-Aid said it was that he called it. So clearly,
I guess he
changed
gets
his
the
mind.
point.
Yes. So all right. So nobody gets that point. Again, that is still a win for Cat because Cat is in the lead. So next we will be starting with Nico.
Oh.
So, Nico, your first guess is Kansas.
Laura Kelly.
Incorrect. Good guess, though. All right. So, for 4 points, it goes to you, Dusky.
All right. What's
Your-
the guess?
Clue is World War II.
Eisenhower.
For 4 points, Dusky gets it correct. The other clues,
Yes.
if you are wondering, the other clues were Republican, President, and Ike.
People would have gotten it on Ike, probably.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, yes. So, that is that. So, Dusky, if I'm not mistaken, yes, you get 4 points. You are now tied with Kat.
Oh.
All right, and we have one more round. Do we go with Blackstone first?
Oh,
we
actually, I think we need to. We'll have to make a stop right here because we have 45 seconds left until the next polls close. So we might
that's just
want
Arkansas.
What
yeah,
state?
so,
That's
before-
Arkansas,
hey,
though.
Before we do, let's
Okay.
get the final round of the
Arkansas.
game out of the way. Just the final round is the final round.
to.
So I believe we'll have to do Blackstone. Have you gone first yet?
No.
All right, so apologies, we skipped you earlier. I think you were gone. But anyways, so Blackstone, you will now be going first. So Blackstone for 5 points, and if you get it, the win. Your clue is. Can I get a drum roll? New York.
New York.
5, 4.
Van Buren.
Incorrect. Good guess,
Okay.
though. All right. Next,
I think
it
I
goes
know
to Cat. Your clue is another drum roll. Your clue is conservative.
Shit, I thought it was going to be one of the Roosevelts. Rockefeller?
Incorrect.
Ow.
All right, so for 3 points, now it goes to Nico. Your
I know who it is.
clue is drum roll.
Actually, I can get an actual question.
President.
President? Richard Nixon?
Incorrect. Good guess. So, Dusky, for
Nixon?
you for 2 points.
All right.
Your clue is orange.
Or Donald Trump.
Yeah.
All right, for 2 points
Real.
against you, Dusky. You
And
now
the win.
have 6
And-
total points, and you are going to be the winner.
Yay! I won.
Yes, Trump. The final clue was going to be wall.
Yeah.
Man, I really thought it was going to be a Roosevelt. I didn't have anything else in my head.
Right, that would have been a good guess, though.
All right. So I just want to
So
say,
yeah, so finally, Dusky is the winner. Congratulations.
yay!
Was
Alright,
Van
so
Buren
yes,
from New
sir.
York?
Hooray.
Bragging rights.
Hooray.
Okay, I was just gonna say, Sherry Beasley is still leading by 6 points.
Yeah.
It's getting narrower, but I mean, I think that's
And
we
so
kind of
is
expect that.
Bethos
Not
race.
expected.
Betos,
Yeah.
yeah, he really needs to get Tarrant County.
Yeah, if
Like,
he
he
wants to, he
has
has to get
to.
Tarrant County. He has to get
There's
he has to get
59%.
Corpus Christi. He has to get San Antonio. San Antonio's votes haven't come out yet, so that is still a good thing for him. But he will have to flip Tarrant County. He's gonna have to flip those 2 north suburban counties if he wants a chance at this, and he's going to have to flip Bell County. Another thing, Houston has no votes out of Houston so far, so that's one thing. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot more vote come in for him in like 30 minutes. So maybe he might still have a fighting chance. It's really these rural counties that are coming in right now for him.
Yeah.
All right. So very interesting there. So, any other notes going on after those poll closings? Which states are closing right now?
Just Arkansas.
Just Arkansas.
Arkansas just closed.
Yes,
And
so
it
the
is
most important
pretty
swing
safe
state of the
red
entire
for
election has
Arkansas.
closed its votes.
We can project that
Yeah,
Sarah
and
Huckabee
it's a
Sanders
pretty
Sarah
will win the
Huckabee!
governorship of
I love
Arkansas,
Sarah Huckabee
and
and
in
John
the Senate,
Boozman will
John
win
Boozman
the
wins.
Senate.
John Boozman's not as interesting as
So,
Sarah Huckabee
so
Sanders.
far, obviously, not everywhere has closed its has opened its things. So, I believe I had to hear somewhere when all the other polls closed. So, I believe in an hour we should have all the polls. Correct?
Oh, guys, also,
We should have many of the polls ready to go.
this is one state that I'm sure Nico wants to hear about. Governor's race in Michigan
Michigan.
is currently going on. Gretchen Whitmer is leading right now.
Gretchen Whitmer, the incumbent.
She's leading, yeah.
Yes,
Only 3% in, but strong lead so far, 50,000 votes.
Okay, Oklahoma. Let's go to Oklahoma governor because
Oklahoma
that
governor.
is an
Hold on,
interesting
what's going
one.
on? What's
Most
going
of the
on? What's
votes, by
going
the way, are in Detroit.
Be right back.
For that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. Oklahoma governor.
Very
I know
interesting results.
There's only
coming out of that race.
5% in, but still, I mean, compared to, let's put it this way, compared to the Senate counterpart, yeah, absolutely interesting.
So, as we get some downtime here, let's just look at some statistics I have garnered here from 538. First of all, midterm elections are often referendums on the current incumbent president, this time Democratic President Joe Biden. And as of now, he has a 53.4% disapproval rating. Play that Curb Your Enthusiasm music. This fluctuated quite a bit during his presidency. However, due to crises in and or out of his control, it raised up to here. So, what do you think? What do y'all think are the issues that have contributed to Biden's low approval rating?
One word: inflation.
Yeah,
Inflation.
economic issue.
Right.
Oil too, gas prices.
Gas. That's more specific. Yeah. So, gas prices. It's a lot of people, and I think the reason that is because a lot of people don't aren't fully informed enough to know the tangible effects of politics. But you understand that hey, this gas is more expensive today, right? So that's definitely contributing to it. Reportedly, Fox has also called the line for governor in Ohio.
Wow. Okay.
That was
No surprise.
I mean, I guess that's no surprise, but
Right. But
Yeah.
that is a big call, major state.
it's a big counterpart to the
Tim
Senate.
Ryan.
Which is
Okay,
much...
I would like to make a statement on that too.
Woo!
For governor, Mike DeWine is winning 54 to 45. In the Senate, Tim Ryan is winning 56 to 43. Tim Ryan is winning by more than Mike
Wow.
DeWine is right now.
Wow. Okay.
And
that
That's
is-
but
interesting.
there's
Very
less than 30% reporting, less than a third in right now.
That's true.
What the hell just happened in
but
Kansas?
still, it's a trend. It's still a
Yeah,
trend. Wait, what's
But
going on in Kansas?
That's big. That's big
I just
news.
saw some district flip to solid Democrat. I'm uncalling that. It's meant to be like solid Republican. It's Kansas 2nd district. It just flipped to.
Wait, everyone, we're getting big news out of Texas. That is, I repeat, big news out of Texas. If I'm reading this correctly, oh my God, big news, big news.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
No, this is very significant here. Are you guys aware that an actual race has been called? So, in the race between my cat and the floor, my cat has clearly won the election, having defecated on the floor.
Oh my! Come on.
Oh.
Anyway, so this is the result.
Oh my
of
God,
the major
Greg
race.
Abbott has just taken the lead.
No,
Greg Abbott has taken the lead to the
no.
actual
New York
news.
Times, Greg
Actual
Abbott.
news.
Actual news.
And now for some actual news. Okay. Actual news. Greg Abbott has reportedly taken the lead in the gubernatorial race in Senate, although it was quite close before, and some analysts and pundits and correspondents on this thing did predict it would be closer than anticipated, it seems that may not be the case. Governor Greg Abbott now has solidified a lead, and there is only, 25% reporting, but that is a lead that he has gained now. So let's see, the counties that are reporting, I think we see several suburban counties. In the major urban areas, that's Austin, that's Dallas, it seems like Houston and San Antonio and Corpus Christi, yeah. But San Antonio and Houston have not delivered results yet. But yeah, so far, with the 25% of votes that have been reported, it looks like
the reason why I want
it
to
is
take
a
a
big
look at the reason
factor.
why we're seeing them already come in for why Beto's leading right or Greg Abbott's leading right now. All the rural counties are starting to come in.
Yeah, the rural counties are like.
And
Yeah,
so far,
we
we
have
basically
not
just
seen-
had Dallas and Austin. So
Yeah, we have not seen 3 others. We have not seen any results out of El Paso, San Antonio, and Houston. Those are big if you want to win this election.
also,
By the way, I was talking about New Hampshire flipping to like solid Republican. Now it's all solid Democrat.
Whoa.
And Maine is now all solid Republican. So I don't know what's going on, man.
Maine in
Gates
the
was this
gubernatorial race.
Weird stuff going on.
So it's weird. It's like the whole country is Florida right now.
Was Matt
No.
Gates the sexual predator?
what?
What?
Oh yeah,
Matt
that
Gates
guy.
or whatever.
The Florida guy.
Yeah.
That's not particularly nice.
Okay,
Anyway, so let's
and
look more
Sherry
at what's
Beasley's
pretty-
lead is also closing up. Right
Oh yeah,
now.
it's
Oh.
getting close to like only 4 points now with 56% in.
Red wave.
I don't know if she's gonna be able to hold on. It's still possible, but it's definitely coming down to the wire
Looks
now.
like Rally. Let's see, Rally. I never knew if that was pronounced right. Is it Rally?
No.
It's
I don't know.
Right.
Looks like
Rally.
Charlotte. Associated Press is not giving county by county data. Please do. But anyway, so that's that. Rawl E. It is apparently Rawl E and not Ral E. Thank you for correcting my poor English. Upon that, so moving from the gubernatorial race here. Oh wait, that's a Senate race. My bad. Moving from the senatorial race in North Carolina in one state to the nationwide Senate race. 538 has predicted that Republicans are slightly favored to win the House, with a 59 and 100% chance that they win, and a 41% and 100% chance that the Democrats hold on to the upper chamber. So, so do you think at this point in the race, with the data we've seen from these 2 big states, specifically Pennsylvania and Georgia, Pennsylvania reporting a lot more slowly than Georgia, but regardless, with the data from these 2 states, what do you think is actually likely to occur in the Senate? At this point, do you guys think the Republicans take it or the Democrats hold on?
I think the Democrats will barely hold on.
I think right now it's I really couldn't tell you. It's down to the wire.
It is down to the wire right now.
Down to the wire.
All these races are starting to close up. That's what we're seeing right now. And Tim Ryan still doing well in those Cleveland suburbs. Columbus suburbs are also going for him as well. Cincinnati suburbs, not much for Tim Ryan there. But Cleveland suburbs is what you're absolutely going to need if you want to hold on to this election. Northeast Ohio, it's a blue cluster right now.
Mm-hmm. And Tim Ryan has the advantage
more
of
vote from Ohio.
He has the advantage of being a working class type candidate in the Cleveland area, which will definitely help.
I'd also like to mention,
well. Oh, go ahead.
Illinois is one of the most gerrymandered states for, in this case, for the Democrats in the country. And as of now, Illinois' 5th district is still voting likely Republican. This is a district that was expected to go solid Democrat. Even though 4% is in, this is kind of a statement being made against Democrats and gerrymandering in general.
Mm,
All right.
interesting.
So,
What else do we have here? Doesn't look like we have any updated results. So, you want to play another game?
Depends. What's
Yeah.
the game?
All right. So this game will not be who's that politician. This game would be over under, and the rules are it would go as such. So basically, what happens is that instead of going by person basis, everybody would either give a thumbs up on thumbs down if you would not like to show your camera. Put your camera in a position where you can only see your hand.
Oh, God.
Or just give a verbal thumbs up or thumbs down. So, how about this? You can do an aye or a nay. How about that? Aye or a nay?
Yeah. I
You
or
good
nay.
with that? All right, so turn y'all's cameras off. We don't want to see you like mugs. Joking. So yes, we will get an aye. Dusk. Okay, so we will get an aye or a nay. So apparently Kansas's vote is 25% in. Interesting on that front. But anyway, so I will be stating a number. For example, Jimmy John had this many terms as governor, over under 2.5, and then you would give an aye or a nay if you think it is over or under. Accordingly regarding that. So let me whip out my handy dandy spreadsheet once more. And yes, we will begin. So our first thing. So over or under, aye or nay. Okay, apparently major development. Boozman leading in Arkansas.
Who?
Boozman. John
Oh.
Yeah.
Boozman.
Boozman, we projected that already.
Yeah,
Oh my
well,
God! Every single seat in Arkansas, except for the third, which has no results, is solid Democrat right now.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's I don't
zero
think it's
sense.
reporting this, so I don't know how much we can extrapolate from
Are
that.
you sure?
26
you should be looking at that?
26% reporting in Arkansas is second, and Hathaway leads Hill. Hathaway is the Democrat, Hill is the incumbent by 14 points.
That's actually quite interesting. Yeah.
You should check CNN or New York Times. Not.
I'm
those-
looking at CNN.
Also,
No, I meant
think,
to-
isn't there one candidate in Arkansas that's a Democrat but also conservative?
Yeah. No, it does not make any sense. I've been there multiple times. Lovely state. Doesn't make sense.
Anyway, I kind of don't get your game, but playing again.
Yeah, so
please.
basically, I'll say something. For example, Jimmy John was governor of Alabama, over under
Oh.
2.5 times. You give me an
Sorry,
aye.
update. That seat just went up to 40%, and now Hill leads. So, which is probably the most cursed Arkansas map ever, because the one semi-competitive seat is solid Republican. All the others are solid Democrat. This is weird as hell.
That
Sorry,
is
not
quite
solid Republican. Likely.
Okay, so let's proceed with over under. So, our first over under proposition. Allow me to move this. Our first over under proposition. Joe Biden, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., has ran for president over under 3.5 times. Give you an aye if it's over, give me a nay if it's under. Starting with Cat. Cat gives a nay. He thinks he has ran
Nay.
under 3.5 times. Nico, aye or nay? You're giving it a nay. All right, Blackstone. Has Blackstone run, Joe Biden run over or under 3.5 times for the president?
Nay. Oh, under.
Under. So, Cosmos, you're saying over or under?
He's muted.
I don't know why W. Illinois is offering to give me meth.
Somebody in the chat's going to give you math.
Under it was okay. So
Matt.
yes, Cosmos. What's your answer? Cosmos, my
He
friend.
died. Hello.
All right, Cosmos is dead. Dusky, over or under?
Under.
All right, everybody gets a point. The answer is under. Joe Biden ran for president exactly 3 times. Once in 1988, once in 2008, and once in 2020, which, as we all know, he won the Democratic nomination and won.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. It was fraud.
It was stolen from Bernie.
Oh, the Biden crime family.
He was treated.
The Dusky crime family's better.
The Dusky crime family, indeed. All right. Yes. Joe Biden ran in the Democratic primary in 2008. That is correct.
Okay, I just want to say something. Right now, North Carolina is more Democratic than Georgia is.
What?
Very interesting stuff happening in this election, folks. Very interesting stuff.
Very interesting.
Very weird stuff going on.
All right, proceeding with our game. Everybody gets a point on the scoreboard. On that point, let me add it to the scoreboard. All right, so everybody gets a point. So, our next game of over under. So, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was president for this amount of years. Over under 14.
Can you repeat that question?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt was president of the United States for this many years. Over under 14. Kat.
Let me think. So 32 to 45. Oh, okay. Under.
Under. Kat goes under. Nico goes under. Blackstone, what do you go?
33.
Under.
All right, Dusky goes under.
Under.
I knew you would. So everyone went under, and that is correct. It is under.
Hit us with the hard one.
33 to 45.
Next question. 2. Everybody has 2 points except Cosmos, who has 0. Apologies, Cosmos. So, next question. So, there has been this number of presidents in American history. This number of people have been president in American history. Over under 45. No, apologies. Over under 44. How many people have been president? Over under 44.
Is it me?
So, Nico says over 44 people. Kat says over 44 people. Blackton, what do you say?
Over.
Blackton says over. Cosmos, what do you say?
I don't know what you asked because I just came back.
All right, Cosmos. So, I asked the question. There have been this many presidents of the United States, this many people who have served. Over, under 44. So, is it over that number or under that number?
Over.
All right, so you have said there have been over. Dusky, what do you say?
I'm gonna say over because yeah.
All right, so this is clearly not a very competitive or difficult game because everybody got it right on the scoreboard that time. So we'll nullify Cosmos. We'll say he got it right those 2 times, and
everybody win.
Everybody has 3 points. So we have 2 more rounds left. Hopefully it gets a bit more competitive. So, next question. All of these are presidential questions, by the way. I quite like presidential history. So, over under. Steven Spielberg, the Hollywood director, has made films about how many presidents? Over under 2.5.
Ooh, 0.5.
Who's the half president?
So Kat is saying Steven Spielberg made more than 2.5 documentaries, not documentaries, films about presidents. Nico. So how many? Has it been over or under 2.5 films that Steven Spielberg has made about presidents? Nico saying under. Blackstone, how many films has Steven Spielberg made about presidents?
Wait, I was gonna do the John McCain thing where he goes like,
over. Over.
All right, so you say over. So, Cosmos, over or under? 2.5 times. And the reason I'm saying 0.5 is because it could be 2 or 3.
Half president. I'm going over.
shit.
You say over 2.5 films about presidents? Dusky, what about you?
I say under. I feel like it's 2.
So, Steven Spielberg has made exactly one film about an American president.
Wow.
2012 film Lincoln. That film this week actually turned 10 years old, and that's why. So 10 years ago, Steven made the film Lincoln. It won 2 Academy Awards, one for Daniel Day-Lewis's performance as Abraham Lincoln, and the other for the film's production design.
He's such
New York
a good
is
actor.
correcting their needle because they messed up in Louisiana.
So,
Well, Louisiana.
subsequent to that, so
Okay. Can I go over all the states that will be closing their polls?
yes. So
in 5 minutes.
far,
Okay.
Nico and Dusky are in the lead. I think we will have the final round be a skirmish between those two. So yes, go ahead.
All right.
Have
All right. But before we do that, let's go over the races that are over the polls that will close in each state. In just about 6 minutes. So, Arizona, that's a big one. New Mexico, Texas, the rest of Texas, Louisiana, Nebraska, Kansas, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, and New York. Now,
Minnesota.
you may have heard Texas in there, and you're like, oh, well, y'all have already said results out of Texas. That is true. We have not gotten all the results out of Texas. Texas is one of many states that has split closing times. So there you go.
Yeah.
Diddly do.
Tim Ryan still leads.
Let's go into our
it's
final
currently
round
in
of the
Texas.
game. This is between Dusky and Nico. It is you two. So, it is the competition. It is the battle of the century between Dusky and Nico. Are you two ready?
I'm ready.
So we're going to keep going until one of you gets it wrong.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So actually, I didn't anticipate going this many rounds, so I'll have to come up with some questions on the spot instead of my prepared questions. So give me a moment, please.
Unless one of us gets it wrong immediately. And
Yeah.
I know, that's
No.
only me.
singing.
Yes. Okay. So I have my.
Is
So-
John King playing with his toy?
Yeah, he's playing
All right.
with his TOY.
All right. So final question. In
All right.
A Visit Abroad, George Walker Bush had a shoe thrown at him how many times? Over, under, 4. Nico
George
saying
Under.
Walker or
Oh, no, yes.
George Walker?
George Walker Bush. Nico saying under. Dusky, how many are you saying?
Under as well.
All right, Dusky has saying under. Now, hopefully, final question. Hopefully, someone has this incorrect. So, how
of them
many
said the same thing.
presidents have passed away during their time in office? Over, under, 6.
Oh, I have to think about this one.
Nico saying over.
I'm saying under.
Dusky is saying under. So, regardless, one of you is being toppled tonight. So, let's go over all the presidents who have passed away during their time in office. First was William Henry Harrison. Second was Zachary Taylor.
Oh, God, he looks confident.
Third, after that, was Abraham Lincoln. Then James Garfield. Then William McKinley. Then John F. Kennedy. Trick question! Both of you are wrong. It's exactly 6.
Oh, my.
We both
We're prolonging this game. We're prolonging this game. So, here is the actual final question.
Okay.
The final question. Can we get a drum roll?
Wait, hold on. I have a drumstick.
Okay, so hopefully final question. I forgot my question. All right, delay. Talk about some election results. As I
Okay,
No,
we
I mean,
are
not
we
yet,
are
all right,
about
nine.
we
All
are
right,
less
guys.
than 2 minutes away. We're about to
All
have
right, we
huge
are
vote
less
jumps
than.
out of a
We are
whole lot of states. A whole
about
lot of
1 minute
people are
away.
going down.
Jesus.
All right, if you don't
Cosmos,
mind,
what are you saying?
Yeah, 1 minute. We are expecting poll closings in New York, Wisconsin, Iowa, Wyoming, Arizona, Alabama, Louisiana, Minnesota, Nebraska, Colorado, New Mexico, and Mississippi. Wait, what the hell?
Wait, hold
Jesus
on.
Christ.
Factual inaccuracy. So we actually missed two. In addition, Franklin Delano Roosevelt also died, as well as Warren Harding. So it actually goes to the big winner, Nico Cake. You have won.
Real.
He won.
Congratulations, you have won the competition. Apologies for my mistake.
I'm gonna go play a game with the gutter rat.
Real Eleanor. Yes, thank you very much. So 8 presidents have actually died during office, which is a very scary statistic. So out of 45 people that have been president, 8
All
of them.
right.
Hey, Nico Cake, go play a game with the gutter rats.
Wow.
All right, guys. Polls. Polls have closed. It is
Closed.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Polls are closed.
It's hot in my room. Dang it.
We have.
Ladies,
Let's
results.
see.
Well, yeah.
All right,
Warnock
let's see
and
these
Walker
results.
within
I'm
1%.
going to go over all of them with you.
Go over 'em.
Projection. We can project that
Oh,
our
Walker.
state of New York, Chuck Schumer will win. In
No
New York,
surprise.
John Thune will win in South Dakota. He is the incumbent and will serve for another 6-year term. And in Kansas, Jerry Moran will defeat Mark Holland in that Senate race. That is huge, folks. So
Indeed it
there
is.
you go. There you have it.
Walker for a moment surpassed Warnock, but now it's switched
Yes,
back
Marilyn
again.
Walker
Oh yeah, no, it's very close.
It's super duper
It keeps
close.
switching back.
Looking here, it has literally 2,000 vote difference.
It's close as it can get.
And half of the vote is in now.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
And
Let me
we're
look at.
starting to see
let's look
Sherry
at-
Beasley lose
They
her
are
lead.
now. It looks like they're now
A lot.
tied, 49.1%, 48% reporting.
Yeah, Sherry Beasley now is losing her lead. Very
So
narrowly.
let's look. Shall we look at the magic map here?
The magic man.
The magic map. All right, so
Oh,
to
and
the
it looks
magic
like
map we
Walker,
go.
Herschel
Whoa,
Walker,
whoa,
has taken the lead in Georgia.
All right,
Here we go.
Herschel Walker is taking the lead in Georgia.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Indeed.
So
By
if we
3,000
look at the
votes.
max number of called seats, we have 38 Dem seats and 37 Republican seats. This is going down to the wire. And if we look at the governor's map, not much has changed.
Yeah, so
Ryan Kemp
38
has the
for
lead.
yeah, so
Other
that's
folks have the lead.
Florida, Kansas, all these
So
regions.
there you go.
So all of those were we haven't gotten any results on big swing states. Honestly, the way it's looking, I don't think we'll have some big results until later in the evening. So yeah. It's going to be shaping up an interesting election, even if we all end up sleep deprived by the end of it.
I'm already really tired.
I would also like to point out. I would
You'd
also
like
like
to
to point out we've gotten our first results out of El Paso County in Texas. This is the home county of Beto O'Rourke. So no surprise, it is trending blue right now.
I wish.
Still
Do
San
you all
Antonio
know of
is
a map where I can see the stats for counties?
Well, I'm using the New
By
York
the way,
Times,
Sherry
but that's-
Beasley is only holding a lead by 0.3% now.
Yeah.
0.3%.
I mean,
yes,
we
this has
kind of
significantly narrowed
expected
up.
this to happen, but
57% reporting. I would not be
Here's the thing,
surprised
though.
if
Here's
there's
the thing.
Uvalde County is going for Greg Abbott.
Here's the thing, guys. In North Carolina, there's still, in Wake County, which is overwhelmingly Democrat, there's still a lot of vote left. About 50%, 54%. Same in Mecklenburg County, which is Charlotte. And same in Guilford County. So we still have maybe some Democratic vote left as some of the more rural counties come in.
Yeah. We still haven't gotten results out of San Antonio. We haven't gotten results out of Houston yet.
Yeah, that might be. Let's see, Uvalde. Yeah, okay, Uvalde County. Interesting. Of course, that county became a huge contentious county
that
because
became
of recent
a source of
events.
national news in the wake of the very unfortunate and tragic shooting that occurred there. Is anyone able to find out which way Uvalde leaned? I think it'd be interesting to see if it was a Democratic county before, or
Warnock
if
took the
it
lead.
had a shift because of the gun
I believe
violence.
Uvalde was. Dude, Uvalde was a.
Oh,
more
breaking
conservative county,
news.
wasn't it?
Breaking
Where's
news! We
2020?
have breaking news reportedly. What
Breaking
is
news,
up?
Raphael Warnock has taken back the lead significantly in Georgia.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Oh my
base,
god, yeah.
bro.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5%.
5 points
Jeez.
now.
Oh wow, yeah, look at
Wait.
that. That is an absolute fight.
Wait a
There
minute.
must have been
right? Okay, New York
drop
Times
of
is
votes.
reporting. So this is weird. New York Times is reporting
Reading
for
the
me
AP.
that Raphael Warnock is in the lead.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's
is.
what I just said.
Okay. Okay. I thought you said Herschel Walker, and I was like, oh,
He's taking the lead back by a fairly significant. We say 5 points.
yeah. That's pretty big. He's right now avoiding a runoff.
Alright,
Which-
reportedly, Uvalde was a very strong red county from every election since 1968. So that is
Wow.
interesting. They actually have moved significantly leftward because of the gun violence.
Also, another really interesting point, only 6% is in Missouri, but Trudy Bush Valentine is leading by like 20 points.
Let me pull up that map in just a moment
And
here.
in North
Live
Carolina,
election results.
Ted Budd has the lead now.
Oh,
This was
And
expected.
importantly,
Ted Budd
Beasley,
is taking the lead.
Beasley has lost the lead. Ted Budd has won back the lead. Did he had
We'll see
had the lead
how
at
that
any point, or
continues.
has it just happened?
no, this
And-
just happened. This
Okay,
just
Tim
And
Ryan is
breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news! Fox News has called Greg Abbott the winner of the Texas gubernatorial race. I repeat,
Fox
in the
News.
Texas gubernatorial race, they have called it for Greg
Well,
Abbott.
that's Fox News.
Wait, I think
Screw
that might have been fake news sent to me.
No, that might be fake news. Fake news.
Yeah, I received fake news. Apologies, I received fake news. Fake news. Folk news. Fake news. Wait. They're actually asking me to check on facts.
Chicken
So it actually may be
fries.
true. Was that a call?
Huh?
It was a
Eleanor's
call.
still saying the Texas was called.
Texas
Oh.
was called.
No, Fox.
Texas
yes,
has
Fox
been
News
called.
was indeed called in favor of Greg Abbott.
Breaking news, our first major call for a contested election. All those beta supporters who believed O'Rourke still had a chance of winning the governorship after his unsuccessful but narrow run against Ted Cruz in the senatorial race in 2018 and his presidential run in which he fell short. He has fallen short in another race, although a contested race, in which he has fallen short, according to Fox News, to incoming governor Greg Abbott. Beto has been the single candidate who has been able to break through a Republican safe state that is Texas, but in this particular case, he's come just short of achieving his goal of becoming the governor. of the Lone Star State. What is everyone's thoughts on this important election call?
I don't agree with it.
You don't agree with it?
I think they jumped the gun a little too early. I think
This is Fox News' Arizona moment.
Yes, I recall
Like
that.
back
Back
in 2020.
in 2020, there was a major moment in which a lot of controversy was surrounding Fox, who called Arizona on the very first night of the election, around this time, I'd reckon. And instead of days later, which most other news outlets believe. So actually, a lot of right-wing election deniers actually did go against Fox News on that matter. We'll see if they jump the gun here or if it was correct as in Arizona.
Listen, Harris County is barely in. San Antonio has not reported a single vote, and much of South Texas is still wait to be
We're
called.
starting to get.
Right, and as you can
We
see
are
here,
starting to
the
get results
Associated
out of
Press has not
Minnesota.
called for Greg Abbott. In states such as
Also-
Florida here, it calls like this.
I'd just like to say that calling Texas was a little premature.
A little bit premature at this hour.
Yeah.
Because Harris County's barely coming in. San Antonio has not come in yet. Dallas only has 53% in. Travis County only has 66% in. And El Paso has about half in. So still a lot of vote out of those counties.
Mm-hmm.
Still definitely a lot. That Fox call, I'm still not 100% sure of it. Could you,
I checked.
for the person who sent that, Eleanor, could you send me a link regarding how Fox called Texas? Because I'm not seeing that at the present.
I saw it.
You saw it? All right, yes.
That was on Fox 10. That was on Fox 10 you're looking at. I'm looking at Fox News, foxnews.com.
Okay.
It is, if you look at governors, it is called.
Oh, the Ohio race has really
for
come
Greg
down to
Abbott.
the wire now.
Yeah.
It's 42%. Tim
All right,
Ryan
so
leads by
Ohio-
2 points. Still, so I mean
Ohio's
that race was expected to be close anyway, so
Yeah, so
not a big surprise.
at this point, we are not able to 100% call anything. There are a lot of states that still need to report. A lot of things that haven't even had polls closed yet. That's still a ways to come. Can anyone tell me when Nevada in particular, Nevada, Oregon, and Arizona, those three states, does anyone know when those have their polls closed?
Hold on. Nevada is 10 p.m. EST, I think.
So that's in 50 minutes.
I guess. Oregon is 11 p.m. EST.
Okay, that's going to be in 2 hours.
Okay, this is. I know Florida has already been called and is pretty much said and done. 92% is in. Miami-Dade County is still red.
Yeah, so
It'll
seems
end
like
up
that
being
was
red.
Achilles' heel once more.
Yeah,
And I think by the 50% mark, Tim Ryan will probably have lost his lead. Some of those Cleveland suburbs are starting to trend
Interesting.
back. I'm trying
This
to
region is
see
a lot
how
less
much
blue
we
than
have
before.
left. Okay, in Chickawaga County, this is Cleveland, 36% is in. That's good news for the Ryan camp.
same in
Very
Franklin
good news.
County.
Franklin
in
County,
Franklin
33% in. 47% in Lucas County. There's still a good amount of vote left in some of these big Ryan counties where he's leaning.
Yeah.
Where he's leading. So that might be good for him. Although he needs to be able to make it up.
And I will say a lot of the solid. I know there's a bunch of likely and lean Vance counties, but if I'm looking 61%, 86%, 83%, okay, 37, 87, 92. A lot of the safe Vance counties are mostly called or mostly voted in. 80%, 90%, 66%. So this could be good. Again, it's way too early to call. Way too early to call. But it could be.
Far too early. So I guess this is a good time to tell. We're well ways into the election. Not many major calls. That Texas call was very major. However, that's not the most competitive race going into this election.
I don't think.
Let's get into it. When do you all think the final results for this election, excluding Georgia because of their runoff rule? So excluding that, when do you think this is going to conclude?
Thursday.
I don't know. Maybe.
You think we'll know the results
Let's say by the end of the week.
Yeah, probably by the end of the week.
I would also like to note we have begun to get results out of San Antonio and Houston.
Okay.
Of course, they're both are trending blue. It is unknown if this will make a big change in what we are currently seeing, with Greg Abbott in the lead, but that is yet to be seen.
Something else should be noted. Even though only a couple thousand votes are in Wisconsin, Tony Evers is losing to Tim Michaels by 20%. In the Senate, though, it's only about a 10% gap. So there's a massive swing of Wisconsin voters that are voting for Barnes and not Evers, which is pretty surprising. And again, this is from a pretty small list of people people in Wisconsin. This is mostly just outside of Oshkosh and the Upper Peninsula. However, it still should be noted the intense swing, the 10% swing between Wisconsin and for governor and Senate.
Wouldn't it be freaky if Tim Michaels becomes the governor and Mandela Barnes becomes the senator? That would be really freaky. Because it's expected to go It's expected to go. Well, I mean, it's more likely that it would be Ron Johnson winning re-election than Tony Evers winning re-election, not the other way around. But that would be interesting. That would be a very interesting result, to say the least. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as those votes come in.
By the way, 55% in, Raphael Warnock is still leading Herschel Walker by around 5 points, a little less than 5 points now.
Yeah, it's 60% in.
Interesting.
It would be really interesting if he avoids a runoff altogether. It would be really interesting.
That would be interesting. He did not do that in the previous election, the special election back in 2020. There were several candidates there. I believe even the incumbent there only got over 30%, not anywhere near the 40 range. So this is interesting. Oh, breaking news: Beasley has lost her lead. This is major news.
Yeah, we
already talked about this.
That's been a while. Yeah,
it's been a while.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Okay, apologies. So moving on from that.
Although Bud has reached 50% now. That is new.
Texas has narrowed up a little according to NBC.
Oh, it has. Yes.
Only thing that should be stated is that Fort Worth, the county, is still voting Republican. That's not good for Democrats at all.
How much is?
Well, I don't think it's moved. It hasn't moved much for a while.
Still, it's voting Republican. Which is
that is. So is Bell County.
Maybe there is a good chance that some of the fears of he's going to take away our guns is coming into light because
and that is to some extent warranted. Probably the single most famous Beto moment was at one of the Democratic debates in which he said, and I quote, "Hell yes, we're going to take away your AK-47s. Hell yes, we're going to take away your AR-15s." He has since softened his position on that issue. However, this may have still left a bad taste in some's mouth, and I think the Abbott campaign have used this to their advantage. So, yeah, I think that he's going to take away our guns. Advantage has been in Abbott's favor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wait, I'm going to look at 2020 North Carolina Senate race. I'm going to compare and contrast here. Wait, no. That's the wrong one. Not 2022.
Also, Kansas is 27% in. Mark Holland is still to a solid 10 points lower than Laura Kelly is, which is also pretty good. Even though Mark Holland is winning, that it does show some good signs for Laura Kelly. Major projection incoming from the PA server.
Uh-oh.
Could be Texas.
Yeah, it very well
It'd be
could
stupid if it was Texas, but could be.
No, I would not call
It's
that.
Okay. Guys, okay. I just want to point one thing out. So I'm looking at the
Oh yeah, it's Texas. I have an insider scoop. They're calling Texas.
yeah. What I'm gonna say is in North Carolina in the 2020 Senate contest between Tom Tillis and Cal Cunningham, Buncombe County, which is Asheville, I think, went to him by, I'm wanting to say 20 points. Went to Cal Cunningham by 20 points. But right now, with 85% of the vote in, it's going to him by like around almost 30. So that is interesting. I know that's a very small thing. That's just something I noticed.
Right. So, on that note, before we return, on behalf of anyone here, I think we have all earned the liberty to take a little bit of a break here, reconsider our next move, how long we'll be streaming moving forward, and just taking some time to refresh ourselves, get whatever we need to do, drink some water, eat some food, use the restroom, all that. So, we'll be back in roughly 20 minutes. But until then, everybody, just hold tight. So we will see you all soon, either to continue the stream or to conclude it. So regardless, we will see you all shortly.
Okie-dokie.
Good evening, America. We are back with our stream. We are streaming to the entirety of the continent with 2 Americans across the entire country. However, at this point, the team behind the platform has decided it is making just this content. So, it's been an honor and pleasure to spend my time with all of you. It's been a lot of fun. We've played games, we've had insights, and we've got to look at the first half of what's going down tonight. If you would like to know more about this election, you can join us later for the Civil Nerd videos coming up on this channel. Before we go, I would like to thank all of the guests that appeared here for their contributions. It's been a lot of
fun to have you here, all my friends. So, round of applause to all our guests here, Kat, Nico, Black Trend, all of you, Cosmos as well. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you all for watching at any point if you did. And we will see you soon next time. So, do your civic duty, subscribe, like this live stream, share this video with your family and friends and the channel as well, and click that notification bell for more engaging and fun political content. Even more better things are to come. The skies are very bright. The future is bright. So yes, we will see you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.